Welcome back to the studio. We're in conversation with Dr. Vijaya Corea. Shihanie just shared with us a little story.
Oh yes, when I went for this Christmas party last night and I was saying, I'm meeting Dr. Vijaya Corea tomorrow, and all the ladies, by God, how excited they were. I'm telling you, all the aunties and all, probably the grandparents and everyone were there, who were there, specifically the ladies, the women. They were going on and on and on about you, sir, collars up. I'm telling you, I was listening to that, I was like, hold on, one at a time, please.
You talked about grandparents and justified my grey hair.
They love you. In fact, they wanted to come to the studios and say hi to you. Say, no, that's probably not possible.
For you, sir, the response from a crowd when you perform at a show, how important is it to have a responsive crowd, a crowd which moves with you, who understands what you give, and also respond to what you say?
That is significantly important because there must be that rapport between yourself and your audience. See, the thing is that unless you are also able to carry your audience with you, you aren't going to be on that stage for too long. So the speed at which you speak, the content, all of that matters. And if you can hold their attention, then you know that at the end of it, they would applaud. Now, just 2 days ago, I compared Desmond De Silva's 50th anniversary show called The Journey. And when I had announced the intermission, the words I used and what I said, and when I finished, and I said, see you later, and I walking off the stage, they applauded. Because I had communicated. Then that makes you feel good. You know, that really makes you feel good.
How do you build that connection with a crowd?
It's by knowing what they would perhaps like to hear, the choice of words, the lingo, a touch of humor, all of that makes for, acceptance and their enjoyment as well. I remember years ago, one day I had presented Sisira Senaratne, if you heard his name. He was slightly outside the Sinhala pop idiom, but still he was on that stage. And I had just finished introducing him. And he sang his songs. He came backstage. And before he went, he told me, when I see you here as the compere, it makes me feel good. And he looked at his wife and said, isn't that right? She said, yes. Because when you present us, I have watched, he said, every single one of us get a roof-raising round of applause. And I say this very humbly, only as a matter of fact, as reporting what he said to me, he said, we never get that if you're not there. So that made me feel really good because it was, if you like, an appreciation of, the gift and talent that God has given me. So, this is the point, being able to carry your audience, being able to get that applause, all of that.
Talking about the Sinhala pop idiom, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Clarence Vijayawardena. He's one of the greats we've ever heard on air.
Oh, he's an absolute genius. It's only after his demise that people started to value him and to appreciate him, because there are no more creations like that coming forth. Clarence Vijayawardena was, as a young boy, into planting, but he was more with his guitar. Then he got a few people together and he formed a group. And I had a relation of mine in Ratnapura who was a sales representative for what was then not Unilever's but Lever Brothers, and he spotted this group and sent them on to me because I used to do a program on the air every week called Saturday Star. Now, I started off this program for the reason that A, I used to love music, B, I thought these local artists also need to be given an opportunity to express themselves and to be found in the community and society. So, Saturday Star would bring out not the established professionals, because at that time the jetliners were there and various others, but this is to bring out the young talent. So I told my uncle who sent them on to me, I must listen to them, and if they are okay, yep, they will be on the air. Otherwise, they'll be back in Ratnapura. So they came. I listened to them, and it didn't take me too long to know that this is a group that was going to make it, and that was the group called the Moonstones. The year was 1967. So I took them into the studio, which is across the road from here. At that time, the commercial service of Radio Ceylon, Studio D, as I remember it to be precise, recorded the songs, then put them on the air and put trailer announcements before and said, listen to the musical gems from Ratnapura, the Moonstones and all of that. And there was an instant response to that song Mangonanda. And from there onwards, the popularity of the group became history. And of course, Clarence went on from there with Anasli to record many, many songs. He did record one for me also in the year 1975. And that song, Sihinaloa Dutua Matakai, was the first thing I ever produced on vinyl plastic at that time. And
we have it here with us luckily today. Thanks to Rukshan, we have it in our studio.
Ah, that's the one. That's the one. It's on the Victory label. It was my mother who suggested using that name Victory because Vijaya in Sanskrit, in Urdu, simply means Vijaya, which is victory.
We have a victorious individual in the studio.